Good morning. Good morning, everybody. May we please take our seats? We are about to start. I hope everybody has had a bit of coffee, tea, or some soup to warm yourselves. This room is pretty cold, but I'm sure you are all dressed for this occasion, not only to look beautiful, as I see a lot of beautiful people here, but to keep yourselves warm. May I request that all those at the back that are still moving around, please settle down so that we can begin in earnest. I'm not sure if that, yes, the door must be closed. My name is Sipiwe Dlamini. I'm going to be your program director this morning. And I'm glad to see my boss here. I won't say who she is. And I'm also glad to see the mayor of the city of Tshwane. I'm also glad to see the Chief of the Air Force, glad to see the Advocate Mbada, the CEO of AMSCO, who's the lead organizer of this event. And I'm also glad to see Mr. Ndlovu, who is the CEO of AMD, the association. And all of you, may I take this opportunity on behalf of the organizing team and the Minister of Defense and Military Veterans to welcome you all this morning. And I hope the day will go very smooth as we have anticipated. Without much ado, I would like to cue the video that will be playing before we get to the business of the morning. May I have the video? A round of applause. Haibo, or you want us to repeat the video? Thank you very much, Minister of Defense, Mr. Mudise, the Executive Mayor of the City of Tshwane, Alderman Sellers, the Secretary for Defense in absentia, the Chief of the South African National Defense Force in absentia, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Plenary Defense Staff Council, board members and executives of AMD, AMSCO, and CAASA, captains of industry, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As I said, I'm the program director for this morning. It is an absolute pleasure to conduct this for yourselves this morning, and I'm so happy that we're finally coming closer and closer to the big day on the 18th of September 2024. This was just a snippet of where we come from, the history and background of where we come from, and what we intend to do in September 2024. Without much ado, I think I must indicate a few house rules. As you know, for those of us in my age, smoking is not allowed. If you do want to have a puff, you can please do it outside. There are 3 exits, emergency exits, one on my left, on my right, the other one on my left at the corner, and obviously the one at the back. The bathrooms are at the extreme left, right at the back, quite private, right at the back. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel uncomfortable, the bathrooms are right there at the corner. Without much ado, may I invite Advocate Mbada to do the welcoming for us and start the program. Advocate Mbada.
Thank you, Program Director. My name is Solom Zimbada, as the Program Director has indicated. Mine is really to welcome you all. But before I do that, I was just sharing with our Minister just a few minutes ago that yesterday we were glued on our television sets watching the Comrades Marathon. And as a patron of our athletics club at AMSCO, I had to share words of support and a send-off message last week to our athletes, both from the SNDF and AMSCO. I'm happy to report that all our athletes did cross the line before the cutoff time of 12 hours. Mr. Mayor, I must also indicate that I've seen few Metro Police members who were also running yesterday, crossing the line. So I think it's a victory for all of us, and may we take such a success to 2024 AAD event. But Minister, it is with great excitement and joy as the lead partner for 2024 AAD event to report to you, Minister, that since the last AAD, which took place in 2022 in September, we started to put plans in earnest, and I must say we have achieved all our objectives that we had set ourselves, and in some instances even exceeded them. In terms of the revenue targets, I'm happy to report that we've already achieved our targets, but whatever else will really be an added bonus. So with that message, we really are ready and happy to indicate that we will even have a bigger, much improved AAD event. At this stage, Honorable Minister, I must indicate we have 8 national pavilions, and there are a few other countries that were not there, but also happy to report that Brazil is coming back. They were absent in 2022, but we also have South Korea, who are actually will be participating, and they have also, in fact, confirmed attendance. And there's a few other countries. As we go through the proceedings of the day, we will share such information. But let me also take this opportunity and greet our Minister of Defense, Ms. Thandi Modise, our Executive Mayor for the City of Tshwane, Mr. Silar Spring, Acting SecDev in absentia, Chief of South African National Defense Force in absentia, members of the Diplomatic Corps and members of the Military Attaché and Advisory Corps called MEC, members of the PDSC present here today. I see Chief of the Air Force in attendance, who's also our organizing member, committee member, board of of directors of AMSCO, AMD and CASA, generals and officers that are present here today, executives of AMD, AMSCO and CASA, captains of industry. Last time I checked, there was a promise that captains of industry will be promoted. I don't know what will be the rank, but the chief of SANDF had made that promise. The AAD organizing team, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. I extend a warm welcome to all those gathered here today, including our colleagues in the industry, esteemed guests, media houses present, partners and patrons. As the lead partner for this year's AAD, it is my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you all. We are delighted and honored to have you joining us for this prestigious event. Today, we are officially launching the 100 Days Countdown campaign to the AAD 12th edition of 2024. The AAD continues to attract a growing wealth of international decision makers within the defense industry, alongside key representatives from government, armed forces, and the key military personnel. AAD is amongst the biggest defense exhibition and conference in the world, and the only one of its kind in the African continent, showcasing the latest technologies across land, sea, air, and cyber defense solutions. It is a unique platform to showcase novel and cutting-edge security solutions. It is a unique platform to showcase an opportunity for all stakeholders, that is defense companies, academic institutions, end users, defense experts, with the aim of sharing knowledge, showcasing solutions, forming partnerships, and of course, concluding trade agreements. All this is intended to advance global security and trade towards a dream of a lasting peace. The exhibition also has an airshow component which comprises a world-class air demonstration, mobility track demonstrations, parachute drops, and aerobatic displays. There are many other static displays from some of the biggest names in the aviation industry who will be demonstrating their solutions. It is also important to note that the exhibition is made possible alongside other partners such as CASA, Department of Defense, South Africa's Aerospace, Maritime and Defense Industry Association, AMD, City of Tshwane, supported by the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition. Your attendance here today proves that through collaborative effort and strategic collaborations, we can reach greater heights in addressing the challenges lying ahead of us and exploring new opportunities for future advancement of humankind. We have a very informative program lined up for this morning, which will include a media briefing once the official program has been completed, as well as a valuable networking opportunity. Once again, thank you for your continuous support. We look forward to a productive and enlightening event. May I hasten to say, we are ready to deliver AAD 2024. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Advocate Mbada. I was actually interested to know the members that did the Comrades Marathon. What time did they finish? What time did they cross the line? But that's fine, that's a discussion for another day. May I also indicate to Minister in particular that we have presented the event to the ICTS cluster, and they have approved that it can proceed, Minister, to Cabinet. Last week, Thursday, the team, Advocate Mbada's team and ourselves presented to the ICTS cluster, and they gave it a support. We will be presenting it to the JCPS cluster, and also we've discussed it with the net joints so that at least the security cluster is aware of the event, even though they know that the event will be coming. So we have brought on board government departments to support us. With that much, Minister, may I take this opportunity to invite the City of Tshwane Mayor, Executive Mayor, Adam and Silas Spring, to give an input. Thank you.
Good morning to the Minister of Defence, Ms. Thandi Modise, the Secretary of Defence, Advocate Mbada, the CEO of Arms Corps, and the Civil Aviation Authority, and all the other important stakeholders, including representatives of the diplomatic community. My job is fairly easy. Municipalities aren't directly involved usually in the aerospace industry or in the defense industry, but for our city, this event, the African Aerospace and Defense Trade Exhibition and Air Show, is incredibly important because it showcases the industry that we do have in our capital city and in this country. And it is a major event. If you want to have a great city, you must host great events. You must create interesting and compelling things for your residents to participate in and to see. And for us as the African continent, as the capital city, the AAD is indeed a very important event. But it's not just about our industry, about creating and putting together compelling events. It is also about the enormous economic injection that the AAD gives to our city. Significant numbers that I've seen myself from 2022, and of course, part of that is inspiring young people in our city, in our country, to take an interest in defense industries and in aerospace industries, drawing those young people to careers because South Africa does have a leading role in this sector on the African continent. The contribution that the city of Tshwane makes and hopes to continue to make is to ensure that the logistical arrangements around this event are well organized and clear. And I will certainly be available to take up any things that the city can do in addition to make things smoother, to make people feel more welcome, and certainly to make the AAD for 2024 the best and the biggest event we've had thus far. Yes, to help you thaw, you can have an applause. Winter snuck up on us, so we're still sort of waking up here. But thank you very much, and thanks for this opportunity, and welcome everyone to our capital city. Thanks.
Another round of applause for the mayor, please. Mr. Mayor, if I didn't know you, I would actually think you're part of the industry because you were so eloquent in the way you described this whole event. Another round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and we will take you up on the offer that you are available. We will use the open door policy and just walk in. Without much further ado, I would like to call Ms. Nakedi Pasha, the Executive Director of Exhibition, to give us the meat of what we should expect. Ms. Nakedi Pasha, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director, Minister of Defense, Honorable Thandi Modise, the City Mayor, Councillor Brink, Advocate Mbada, the Chief of Air Force, members of the board, AMD, CASA, and AMSCO, to the sponsors of AAD, Milco, sitting to my left. A very good morning and a welcome to each and every one of you this morning as we mark the 100 days countdown to the 12th biennial Trade, Aerospace and Defense Exhibition and Air Show. It is an absolute honor and privileged to stand before you as we prepare to host one of the premier global aerospace and defense exhibitions. Right here in the city, at the Waterkloof Air Force Base in Pretoria, on the outskirts of this city of Tshwane. The show will take place from the 18th to the 22nd of September, 2024. This year's theme, exploring new paths, sharing solutions, showcasing innovation and capabilities, encapsulates our commitment to fostering innovation, enhancing global partnerships, and showcasing the impressive capabilities within the aerospace and defense sectors. As the only event of its kind on the continent and one of the top 6 in the world defense calendar, it is truly in a class of its own. And I think we can clap for ourselves that as a country, we are ranked top 6. Minister, we are thrilled to announce that more than 70% of the space has been booked. As Advocate Mbada has indicated, we have exceeded our targets, ma'am. Signaling the booking of the space, it signals robust vote of confidence from the exhibitors, from the industry, and the globe on the South African defense industry. This year, we will welcome participants from a diverse and array of countries, including the United States, China, India, and Brazil, just to mention a few, ma'am. Esteemed companies or original equipment manufacturers such as Saab, Embraer, Airbus, Turkish Aerospace, L3 Harris of the USA will be amongst those that will be showcasing technology in September. This signals, or rather demonstrates, the global reach and significance of our event. AAD 2024 is designed to be a dynamic platform for strengthening existing partnerships and forging new partnerships within the defense and the related industries. We are particularly excited about the introduction of several innovation hubs. These hubs include an energy hub, a general aviation hub, as well as a hub dedicated for drone and anti-drone technology. These hubs will showcase innovation and provide a space for live demonstrations, enhancing the interactive and engaging nature of our exhibition. As organizers, our vision is to position South Africa as the global pinnacle for innovation and excellence, making it a preferred investment destination. We anticipate over 30,000 trade visitors will walk the Air Force Base over the 5 trade days, and more than 300 exhibitors will engage in meaningful dialogue, exchange ideas, and explore business opportunities. Additionally, our maiden conference edition will feature thought leaders from industry, academia, and the defense sector. This conference will provide valuable insights into the pressing issues affecting our industries, both aerospace and defense. Looking ahead, our focus is on increasing international participation, fostering new collaborations, and exploring sponsorship opportunities to expand our events footprint across Africa. We aim to provide a premier event that not only contributes to the global aerospace and defense market, but also positions our continent as a hub for innovation and excellence. For those who are yet to secure the space, I urge you to contact us soon. Space is limited, and we are on the brink of another spectacular event. Excuse the pun, Mr. Mayor. Tickets will also go live on sale soon for the general public. So whether you are an aviation enthusiast or a newcomer, we invite you to join us in September for what promises to be an unforgettable experience. In closing, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, to the AAD partners, to our exhibitors, to the visitors. Your support and enthusiasm are what makes AAD a success. Let us embrace the next 100 days with excitement and anticipation as we prepare to showcase the best of aerospace and defense right here in South Africa. Thank you, and we will see you at the biggest and best AAD in September.
Thank you, Ms. Pasha. Minister, if I may indulge you, this lady is my boss when it comes to AAD, so I take instructions from her. So you'll forgive me if I ignore you. Thank you very much, Ms. Pasha. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, there are few things we can do, but if we leave the youth out of the things that we do in preparation for their future, we would be found wanting. At this juncture, I would like to call Mr. Khumalo, the representative of the Youth Development Program.
Program Director, Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, Tshwane Modise, Chief of the South African National Defense Force, Executive Mayor of Tshwane, members of the Diplomatic Corps and MEC, members of the Plenary Defense Staff Council, members of the Military Council and the Military Command Council, generals and flag officers, senior officers, junior officers, warrant officers, and non-commissioned officers, board members of AMD and executive of AMD, AMSCO, and CASA, captains of industries that will be promoted, advocate, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kolisile Khumalo, and I have the privilege of leading the Youth Development Program. I'm honored today to speak to you about the Youth Development Program and its significant impact on the youth of South Africa. The YDP forms an integral part of the AAD. It aims to create awareness about careers in the defense and aviation sectors, provides a platform for the youth to interact with the defense and aviation sectors. It assists learners in identifying bursary opportunities. It supports the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics at schools. We also help graduates in engineering and science to connect with the defense industry. Based on the successes of the Youth Development Program since its inception, this year's YDP career exhibition promises to be and to continue a well-planned, a well-coordinated youth program that aligns with the strategic goals of the AAD and its partners. The AAD career exhibition is not just a bags and brochures, where kids are just given bags and brochures and then told to go away. Ours, in each of our learners in the prestige STEM group, will receive a scientific calculator. They will receive mathematics and physical sciences learner guides. They will receive mathematics instruments, things that they will use when they go back to their schools so that we can improve their academic performance. Our prestige STEM and mass participation group will touch equipment brought by the South African Air Force. They will smell the jet fuel. They will hear and feel advanced defense and aviation technologies. Our teachers will be helped to improve their pedagogical methodologies by top mathematics and science professors in South Africa. So we're not only focusing on learners, we're also focusing on the teachers to help them to teach better. The AAD is slowly, and the youth program in particular, is slowly becoming a platform for cross-pollination between higher education institutions and educators in various spaces. Watch this space. To achieve this, we need your help to help our youth, because they have undertaken a very challenging journey of engineering and science. They took this unpopular journey because they witnessed the launch of the South African designed and built Milco 380 long-range surveillance drone. Our learners hope to see this drone at the upcoming, in person at the upcoming AAD. They also wish to interact with the engineers and the technicians who actually built these remarkable assets. Well done to Milcom. Our learners chose this path. Our learners chose this path of engineering and science because they saw the ADATA air-to-air missile, as well as the Mokopa long-range precision guided missile designed by South African engineers at Denel. Our learners consistently shake hands with brilliant engineers and scientists from AMSCO, who designed the G6 howitzer, whose accuracy and long range is a marvel in the world. We thank AMSCO and its leaders for leading the charge by donating 250,000. Siyabonga, advocate. Our learners chose this path, this difficult path of engineering and science, because they saw General South African Air Force flying the mighty Gripen aircraft. They had the blade slab of the combat-tested Roy Falk attack helicopter. They witnessed the amphibious nature of divers from the South African Navy. Our learners receive and consistently receive health-related advice from medical professionals of the South African Military Health Services. They witness the practical demonstration by the South African Army Special Forces operators, whose motto, as we all know, is "We fear not but God." They saw our mighty operators jumping from dizzying heights and landing as light as a feather on the ground. These capabilities that we take for granted as professionals, as seasoned professionals, they are an instrument of curiosity in our children. As Albert Einstein once commented, and I quote, "I have no special talent, I'm only passionately curious," close quote. Let us plant the seed of curiosity within the minds of our youth. Some learners will be flying from deep rural areas for the first time. Getting into the South African Airways aircraft that we take for granted is actually a game changer for these learners, because that's where the idea of curiosity about flight dynamics is planted. What we want to achieve with the AAD Youth Development Program is we want STEM subjects to be trendy and an attainable goal among our youth. And we need your help. We need the industry to help us to actively combat the fear of mathematics and science that we see in our schools. What shocks me at times is that some schools even cancel pure mathematics. We need to make STEM subject trendy. To make STEM subject trendy, rather, work is underway under the leadership of Ms. Pasha to create an AAD-led social media campaign never seen before in South Africa. And we thank the Defense TV as well as the Defense Corporate Commission Communication for their support. This social media launch is called #ExploreYourFuture. Please keep watching our social media platforms. As the AAD, we are determined to help these children, and we need your help. The defense and aviation industry must intervene more vigorously to ignite the success of our youth. We should not have pockets of success. Success should be something that is consistent throughout the country. And this responsibility cannot fall solely on the Department of Education, both basic and higher education. The defense and general aviation industry must be seen as a force multiplier to help the Department of Basic Education. We intend to invite 12,000 learners across the country in all 9 provinces. And to reach this target of 12,000 learners, we need 3 million rands. A lot of work has already been done, but we still need more assistance from the industry to reach the target of 3 million rands. And the reason is this: the defense and the general aviation industries are at the forefront of innovation and employment creation. We need a novel approach of collaboration and joint initiatives to ensure that our learners are absorbed by these industries. To be a force multiplier, the AAD presents the defense and general aviation industry with a unique platform that will enable our industry to attract the best of the best, the best engineers, the best maths and science students across the country. Even the experts that left the country, we need to bring them back to South Africa. In conclusion, let us march in sync, shoulder to shoulder, to eliminate the shortage of young graduate engineers and invite South African youth back to the defense industry. Let us ensure that the institutions of higher education and research department partner with the defense industry and general aviation. Let us design novel approaches to make our children curious about the defense and aviation industry. Thank you for your time and commitment to our youth and their future. See you at AAD in September. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bab Kumar. I just want to tell a 2-second story about Bab Kumar. You saw how enthusiastic and gung-ho the young man is. He came to my office the other day and to sell an idea. I hope this won't get me in trouble. But by the time he left, I had actually signed off everything that he wanted. A round of applause for Bab Kumar. Now we're coming to the big moment. I'm going to request everybody to sit down so that whatever happens, nobody gets his or her head chopped. If everybody is sitting down, I will then invite the group or the person that is going to deliver the minister's address, if they are ready. It is the first time this happens. So we're showcasing our technology. We're showcasing our innovation. Are we ready? It can only happen in defense. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. May I, at this juncture, invite Honorable Minister to come and deliver her address. And may I invite Minister? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Program Director. The Chief of the South African Air Force, the members of the plenary, the board members and executives of AMD, AMSCO, CASA, the captains of the industry, the organizing team for AAD, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of us. Now, if you come from the rural province I come from, it is bloody cold today, so I am trying to get into a mood where I can look you in the eyes and smile, because I'm very cold. But it is that time again when we meet, when we prepare for the appointment with the South African industry, the South African defense and aerospace, the South African children in their excitement in Africa. It is that time again when we prepare today to launch AAD 2024. So we hope that we are ready, we're feeling excited. We hope that, as usual, we will do our best as South Africa. I always read this, exploring new paths, sharing solutions, showcasing innovation and capabilities. Mayor Brink, I always think that I want to challenge the odds. I think where we always showcase and whatever, I want us to begin to challenge the odds. I want to think of South Africans at the forefront of innovation, not just following. I want us to begin to look at the young people, not admiring what already exists, but dreaming to better and to conquer what we still must produce. So for me, AAD 2024 must really put South Africa on the map again, but begin to even showcase that which Milko will be happy to know that the president has challenged me. He says, if Milko has produced the biggest, why is it not in your defense force? And that is a valid one, because the only way we can prove that we are advancing is when we not only dream of produce, but also consume and showcase what is produced by South African defense industry. So if there is anything else, I'm not going to read the nice words which they have told me to read. I'm going to say it is time we do what we do best. We innovate, we consume, we continue to challenge young people of our country to do what they can do. We have launched a new structure, SANSI. It's not just about youth getting jobs. It is about youths challenging themselves and their futures. It is about South African kids forgetting all the old stuff from my generation, knitting themselves together, and if possible, us, the older generations, pushing them back together. Because if we do not do that, our industries, the hard-won democracy, the non-racial, non-sexism that we are clinging so hard to will disappear. So that push for innovation must also push the walls for greater innovation in IT, but also of finding one another as a country. I think that in the last AAD, I think we had brought around 9,000 children from across our provinces. I'm happy that we're saying we're now jumping to 12,000. May the 9,000 kids who came by not be forgotten. I'm hoping that they focused on the right subjects. And I'm hoping that as we look at the intakes, some of those children who were here will be amongst the new recruits into the National Defense Force. I'm hoping that with the launch of SANSI, with the reignition of our relationship with the innovators of this country, these kids who will be coming today, not today, in September to AAD, will be the backbone of innovation. CSIR will also be able to pick, but also to help grow these talents that we are thinking we need to have. I'm hoping that these young men and women will be able to be attached to Bumilco of the future, will be able to give us the solutions we need. Yeah, yes, we have the Gripen. But you know, my heart lies with the South African made tyrant of the skies. And until we can get the upgrade on that, Ndate Air Force, nothing will satisfy some of us. Because we can buy aeroplanes from everywhere. They are not ours really. They are instruments that we use to protect ourselves but have no guarantee over them. We have already allowed the Roy Falk to fly out of our scheme of things. We need to bring it back, improve on it, continue to conquer the skies, and be proud as South Africans. We need to be looking at those young kids, that 12,000 that is coming. Perhaps some of them will be able to help us just frustrate this thing, yeah, the G6 man. Because you cannot be a regional power. Uli maniginiki. And adesilie maniginiki in Afrikaans is yiskalgat. And ons wil nie kalgat raak nie. We've got to continue to conquer these heights. So for me, as I say, I am not very good at reading long speeches. I want to say, ihlomile i-AAD, we're getting ready to do it the way we do it as South Africans. We have all the trust that this one will be better than the last one. We have sent out, as instructed by the way, all the invitations to all the other ministers who are interested in coming. We go to theirs, we see what they do, and I always hope and wish that we peep them when they come to South Africa. So here is to the preparations of one of the most successful forthcoming AAD. Program Director, I am sure that you will want me to stop here so that you continue to do the countdown in your own head in all the tasks that are still lying before us, so that successful we are, welcoming we are. We put out our best foot, but we put out our best innovative stuff. I was saying to the table here that when we went to Egypt and we were lined up as ministers and whoever was feeling high in glory to meet up with the head of state. They stood us there in the cold, and they had the cousins to this one going through our bodies because they were very clear. They were showing off their technology. So we should not ever be ashamed to use drones for whatever. But I would be so happy for those of you who are busy with making drones to begin to see the domestic use, the rurals, expanding the borders of doctors of whatever, no borders, making sure that it doesn't matter where an old person is, they can deliver. They can get into those territories where we need them. But of course, I would like to see more of these, helping my kids in the DRC. Today, again, I will be receiving a body of a soldier who has gone. And I wish we had enough. We had enough that would have prevented my kids from dying wherever they are. I wish we have enough that could deliver whatever it is that we need to deliver to our kids wherever they are. So here is to wishing you a very successful AAD 2024. And here is to hoping that the South African National Defence Force becomes your first line, consumer of your ideas, demonstrator of your ideas, and your salesperson. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MOD. Another round of applause. May I share with you one little thing? There is no way on earth I would have stopped the minister from talking. Then I would not know where my bread is buttered. So, Minister, you could have continued. Mr. Mayor, I'm sure you would not have minded. Thank you very much, Minister. And I think from the AAD side, Advocate Mbada, I think there's a couple of challenges that the Minister has given your team, which we'll need to work in as we count down to September 18, 2022. And I think you will give us some guidelines on what next we should do. But I want to confirm once again that from a government point of view, we will be taking this process to the JCPS cluster. We'll be taking this process to the net joints so that at least the security cluster is fully affair with what's going to be happening. Minister, thank you very much for your input. May I request that we all sit down so that the drone can walk back to where it comes from. It's the first time I see a drone inside a house. Technology. Before I call Mr. Ndlovu to give us a vote of thanks, I would like to indicate to everyone in this hall that we will have a media briefing or a question and answer session, which will be done by the partners, namely AMSCO, AMD, and CASA. The minister and the mayor are free to join should they wish, but it's mainly the partners that will attend to the questions around the AAD. And further to that, there will be a lunch served soon after around 12:15, but we are encouraging each and every one of us to network and hope that we will see you between now and the 18th of September. Mr. Ndlovu, may I call you to the stage, sir? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director. To the Honorable Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, May Thandi Modise, the Executive Mayor of the City of Tshwane, and Celius Brink, members of the Military Command Council, as chaired by the Chief of the South African National Defence Force, General Maphanywa, and ably represented by the Chief of the South African Air Force, Lieutenant General Mbambo, members of the Diplomatic Corps and the Military Advisory and Attaché Corps, General and Flag Officers, Senior Officers, Junior Officers, Warrant Officers, and non-commissioned officers, the Executive CEO of AMSCO, Advocate Mbada, the Executive of CASA, board members of CASA, AMD, and AMSCO, admirals of industry. They are no longer captains since they've been promoted, and they are not generals of industry, they are admirals of industry. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a good morning to you all. My name is Sandile Ndlovu, and I've been assigned a very simple task. Ordinarily, when I am given an assignment that stands between people before me and lunch, I usually take my time. But because the minister has complained that this room is very cold, I'll be very brief in my vote of thanks. It has been such an honor for us to participate in this 100-day countdown to AAD 2024. The partners have requested that on their behalf, I give a vote of thanks. So please allow me to first and foremost start by expressing the gratitude of the AAD organizing team and the AAD partners to the Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, May Thandi Modise, for gracing us with her presence this morning, to the Executive Mayor of the City of Tshwane, Mr. Tshwane Brink, for also gracing us with his presence this morning. Madam Minister, this is going to be the second launch that you officiate under. What is not known to most is your passion for technology. And I can attest to that, having briefed you a number of times when we were preparing for AAD 2022. And I hope that those that will be participating in AAD 2024 will identify and recognize the many improvements that you called for in 2022. I remember when we were briefing you with General Mbambo, there was quite a number of things that the minister said needed to change because we needed to keep up with the technology. And one of them is the opening ceremony. Those that have been attending AAD for the past 5-6 installments would have recalled that at each opening ceremony, we normally have a parade. And the minister said, not in this day and age. You can't be bringing people from all over the globe and showing them our soldiers drilling. That's not what they are here for. They are here to see technology. So this year, and I'm not sure whether Nakedi I'm speaking out of 10, but this year the opening ceremony, Advocate, will be a digital display of South Africa's advancement in the technology, and that's all because of the passion that the minister shared. So thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for providing guidance and giving leadership when it is needed the most. Secondly, please allow me to extend a vote of thanks and appreciation to all our sponsors present and those that are not here. Milco has been a consistent sponsor of AAD for the past 3 editions, and we really appreciate, as the organizers, the support and the confidence that Milco, as led by Mr. Tariq Imre and Mr. Putimampa, have shown in South Africa's premier defense and exhibition event. Milko, we thank you very much, and we thank all other sponsors as well. Thirdly, please allow me to also convey a vote of appreciation to all of you who decided to take time out of your busy schedule and be with us this morning. We appreciate the support that you continue to give us as the AAD organizing team, and we hope that that support will continue throughout the months that are remaining as we prepare for AAD 2024. And last, but by no means the least, please allow me on behalf of the partners to extend a vote of thanks and gratitude to the AAD organizing team, as ably led by Ms. Sekhumutso Tire and supported by Ms. Nakedi Pasha as the exhibition director. We are quite proud of the work that has gone into preparing for AAD 2024. 2022 was a success which laid the foundation upon which you have taken and built for what we are all expecting to be a very good show in 2024. And as I now step off, please allow me to implore all of you to take advantage of the opportunity that AAD 2024 presents for all of us. We are on the brink of delivering the most spectacular defense exhibition that the African continent has seen. And we are hoping that you will be with us throughout that entire extravaganza that we will have over the 5 days in September. Let's continue to collaborate, partner, and support each other so that by all rising, we can ensure that South Africa becomes the country that we want it to be. And in the spirit of the country that we all belong to, I am going to attempt now to say thank you in a number of official languages. So please forgive me if I do not mention your language here. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the partners, I would like to say gracias, obrigado, ariganto, spasiba, shishi, shukran, merci, asante, enkos, siabonga, rialeboga, ndoliboa, nakenza, bayadanki, and I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ndlovu, for the kind words. The synonym of brink is edge. We are on the edge, so that we don't confuse the mayor's name and what we are about here. Thank you very much, Mr. Ndlovu. I think there's another unfair thing that Mr. Ndlovu spoke about, which is the Navy. That they're just admirals of the industry here. He's biased because he's from there. What about us who wear the brown uniforms? Icon. But thank you very much. We've come to an end of our official program, and I would like to sincerely thank, before I do that, Minister, may I ask Ms. Pasha and Ms. Khomutso to come to the stage so that you can see who are the ladies or the people behind this whole preparation. Ms. Pasha and Ms. Nakedi. Come up. A round of applause for these two beautiful ladies. Now these two ladies, and the third one is sitting there too quietly. You want to come up? Come up. Minister, these three ladies give me nightmares. So you can imagine sitting in a meeting with these three ladies. I have no escape route. Then I add you again, Jesus. So these are the ladies that are the driving force behind the AAD organization, and let's give them a round of applause, and we want to thank them. With that much, Minister, thank you very much. To the Mayor, thank you very much. And all around the hall, thank you very much. We hope to be engaging with you in the next 100 days. And I hope and believe this will be the best of the best AAD. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day 4. Thank you. May the partners please walk across. I think Ms. Takalana will walk you to the Q&A across the hall. But Minister and everybody can interact with the other partners. Thank you. I am informed that lunch will